Now, first principle, it's minimizing the leverage on the gun over us. So Miles, can you give me a favor and assist me with the next experiment? What I want you to do, grab that stick, and that will simulate the grip of a gun. As tight as possible, I will play the role of the recoil. And I'm going to apply that force. I want to grip that as hard as you can, right? I still can move that stick pretty easy. Why? What we have here? Well, that's called leverage. I have leverage over Miles. Now, Miles, move your grip as high as possible close to the point that I'm applying the force. I will apply exactly the same amount of force right now. It's pretty hard to move. Why? Because right now I don't have leverage, or that leverage is significantly less. And Miles can hold that stick way more solid, right? Now, we'll apply exactly the same principle using the gun. If Miles grip that gun really low with both hands, the gun will have significantly more leverage over Miles, and that muzzle flip will be drastic. Miles, I want to grip that gun as high as possible. Now, I'll simulate the same recoil. As you can see, that muzzle flip is almost not existing. So what's the conclusion? You need to grip the gun simply as high as possible, still making the gun function. The second principle of the grip is to maximize friction over the gun. So how much pressure to apply with each hand? Miles, you ready for that experiment?
Sure.
Now what I want you to do, take your shooting stance and simulate your grip with both hands. Now I want you to apply as much pressure as you can until you see your hand start to shake. Now I want you very gradually to start relaxing that grip until that shake is gone. Stop, do not relax more than that. Now gradually start to relax only the shooting hand until you achieve very easy and fast trigger finger manipulation. Now pay attention how much pressure you apply with your shooting hand and how much pressure you're applying with, it's not support hand, we do not call that support hand, we call that control hand. Why? So what's your input here?
So definitely the firing hand is going to be less. There's going to be less pressure, but it's so that I can articulate the trigger finger. The support hand, or the control hand is definitely more. It's crushing down more, but only to the point where there's no shake. So getting the point across where it's not going to disturb the sights. And again, the pressure on the firing hand, as firm as possible, but I need to be able to articulate that trigger.
We'll use the principle of maximizing the biomechanical efficiency. Using that principle, we'll achieve, again, more pressure, and more pressure will create more friction. That will improve the connection of the grip, the hands with the gun. Nutcracker effect. Nutcracker has a hinge in front, it has a jaws here, and it has a levers or handles. How are we going to replicate the effect of the Nutcracker with our hands? We have the hinge, we have the jaws, we have the handles. We will apply pressure, heel of your palm against the heel of your palm. So imagine that we are crushing a walnut. Our main goal of the Nutcracker effect is to completely close that gap and to keep that pressure really tight between the heel of the palm and heel of the palm. That will close the back gate, or close the gap behind the gun, so we'll achieve a very, very solid wrap, 360 degree. If the hinge is broken, the Nutcracker is not going to work. Imagine that you make a C-clamp with the support hand, and at the same time you'll make a C-clamp with your shooting hand, but you have a hinge. That's going to prevent the fingers in front to slip. That will create that pressure, heel versus heel, very tight. The second part of principle of optimizing the biomechanical efficiency, and that's kind of the cherry on the top of the pie when you're talking about the muzzle flip control, we simply need to stiffen both wrists. And by stiffening the wrist, we are talking about a passive stiffness. Using the entire forearm, it's simply like we have a handshake. I want you to try to bend up my wrist because that's what the muzzle flip will do with your hands, right? It's a little bit hard. In order to visualize that and to put the subconscious in play, we have a small little tool here that will help us. We have a wrench. Now the idea is to visualize that our forearm, together with the wrist, together with the palm, is that wrench. Both arms actually. Visualize that it's a single piece of steel. Miles, do me a favor, try to bend that wrench, right? Cannot happen, right? Now, I visualize that my entire forearm, together with the wrist and the palm, is a solid piece of steel. Try to bend my wrist, right? I just keep it stiffened, right? I'll do exactly the same with the other hand. And now, if I put my hands together, I want to take them from the bottom and try to torque them up like the muzzle flip, right? It's quite hard to do it. We need now to simply apply that while you form the grip. The idea is to create an effect of a spring steel, right? The energy of recoil is going to bend a little bit. There will be a muzzle flip, but the idea is the shooter to stay absolutely passive and do not react on the shot. So when that energy of the recoil goes away, up, the gun will return to sight alignment. So there will be a shot, right? There will be a insignificant muzzle flip up, and the gun will return back automatically by itself to that sight alignment. We call that the effect of a spring steel. We need to keep everything consistent before the first shot and after the last shot from an entire string of fire. Absolutely passive. Do not change nothing. Now the next exercise is called 50-50 drill. And the main idea and the main focus here is to verify and to spot and diagnose, are we still have some kind of anticipation of the shot, or we really trust our stance and grip and we stay totally passive? I want to load your gun, one round in the chamber, and then remove the magazine out. We'll present the gun once, we'll break the shot, and immediately when you see the sights align again, you'll be ready to break the second shot. Obviously, the second shot will be dry, and we will focus exactly on the same thing. Front sight. If the front sight stays still, that means you're not active. So you're not anticipating the shot. 50-50 drill, right? One presentation, bang, click. At the moment that you see the sights align, the trigger is supposed to be already reset. Immediately, without hesitation, increase the pressure, the second shot will happen by itself. Great. Let's do it again. Bang, click, bang, click, bang, click, as soon as possible. Stiffen the wrist, bang, click. Excellent. One more time. Bang, click. Try to narrow the gap right now, decrease the time between the shots. Bang, click. Excellent. One more time. Bang, click. Bang, click. Excellent. Now, put the round in the chamber and now simply leave the magazine in. We're doing exactly the same thing. Think about that bang, click, right? Keep everything solid and consistent, and let's present it back. Let's bring it back to compressed low already. Think about bang, click. Present, go ahead, reset prep, excellent. And let's do it again. Beautiful, beautiful, and reholster. Actually, what we did just right now, we gradually build the control pair. 2 shots. Now, if you want to tighten up the split between the shots and try to speed up the control pair, the only thing that you need to do is to even stiffen the wrist a little bit more so the gun will recover to stand in alignment faster, and stay focused on your trigger manipulation. All the rest is supposed to be passive and consistent. So presenting the gun with the sights aligned by Phil, and literally I'll pull that trigger as fast as I can. So everything, all that control is from that wrist stiffness. What actually I do, I time the shot at that point. I'm really aggressive with the reset and prep, and at the moment that I see that front sight start to approach the actual alignment, the trigger is spread, I release the shot with zero hesitation. I do not wait to see a stable and static sight picture. I just time that front sight.
If you like the video, visit the online training page on our website or check the calendar section to sign up for our in-person courses. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.